Imagine a world where the very bedrock of democracy is questioned, where a former president hints at defying constitutional limits. That's the headline grabber from Donald Trump's recent trip to Japan, where, amidst diplomatic meetings and trade agreements, he didn't rule out a run for a potentially unconstitutional third term. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just political posturing, or a genuine threat to established norms? President Trump's visit to Japan was packed with activity. He met with Prime Minister Trump-Takaichi, a conservative nationalist and Japan's first female leader, in Tokyo. The two leaders engaged in discussions emphasizing the strong bonds between the United States and Japan. Trump specifically congratulated Takaichi on her historic achievement, stating, "That's a big deal and I want to congratulate you on that." He even predicted she would be one of the great prime ministers. Think about the symbolism here. A former US president praising the first female leader of a nation with a complex history of gender roles. One significant outcome of the meeting was the signing of a series of agreements. One agreement proclaimed a new golden age for the US-Japan alliance, signifying a renewed commitment to bilateral cooperation. And this is the part most people miss. The second agreement focused on enhancing cooperation to secure the supply of critical and rare earth minerals. Why is this important? China has been tightening access to its reserves of these minerals, which are essential for various industries, including defense and electronics. This agreement is a strategic move to counter China's dominance in this area. It's a clear example of how international relations are increasingly shaped by economic competition and resource control. The agreement will establish a US-Japan Critical Minerals Supply Security Rapid Response Group and a mutually complementary stockpiling arrangement, according to the White House. This demonstrates a proactive approach to ensuring supply chain resilience. Trump also visited troops aboard the USS George Washington in Yokosuka and concluded his day with a dinner and reception with business leaders in Tokyo. A busy schedule, indeed. However, the most talked about aspect of Trump's trip was his ambiguous response regarding a potential third presidential term. Despite the Constitution clearly limiting presidents to 2 terms, Trump stated, "I haven't really thought about it. We have some very good people, as you know, but I have the best poll numbers I've ever had." This statement, while seemingly offhand, raises serious questions about his respect for constitutional norms. Some might argue that he's simply keeping his options open and maintaining his public profile. Others might see it as a deliberate attempt to undermine the legitimacy of future elections. What do you think? Is this harmless rhetoric, or cause for genuine concern? Let's delve deeper into the rare earth minerals deal. This agreement aims to bolster both countries' access to these crucial resources, vital for industries ranging from defense to consumer electronics. While the details remain somewhat vague, the agreement signals a concerted effort to accelerate the secure supply of critical minerals and rare earths necessary to support domestic industries, including advanced technologies and their respective industrial bases. This is a direct response to China's increasing control over these resources and its use of them as leverage in trade negotiations. Earlier in the month leading up to the trip, reports surfaced indicating that a potential minerals deal was in the works. This anticipation highlights the strategic importance of securing access to these resources in the face of geopolitical tensions. The deal also coincides with expectations of a broader trade agreement with China, suggesting a multifaceted approach to managing the complex relationship between the US and China. Furthermore, during the meeting, Trump emphasized the strong ties between the US and Japan and praised Japan's plans to increase its purchases of military equipment from the United States. He also acknowledged Japan's donation of 250 cherry trees and fireworks for America's 250th anniversary celebrations next year, a symbolic gesture of friendship and goodwill. Prime Minister Takaichi expressed her gratitude for Trump's past friendship with former Prime Minister Abe and acknowledged his diplomatic efforts in securing a ceasefire deal between Thailand and Cambodia, as well as his achievements in the Middle East. These acknowledgements underscore the ongoing diplomatic efforts to maintain stability in Asia and beyond. Meanwhile, back in the United States, former Special Counsel Jack Smith has requested guidance from the Justice Department regarding what he can discuss in potential public testimony before Congress. This request comes amidst investigations by Republicans into Smith's handling of politically sensitive cases, including those involving Trump. Smith has denied any partisan bias in his investigations. This situation highlights the ongoing political tensions and the scrutiny surrounding high-profile investigations. So, what are your thoughts on all of this? Is Trump's talk of a third term just a way to stay relevant, or is it a genuine threat to the Constitution? And how significant is this rare earth minerals deal in the grand scheme of global politics? Share your opinions in the comments below. Let's discuss.